Howdy fireworks brainers. Today let's talk about sugar and why so many ADHDers like myself basically want to inhale it. So I've had my own struggles with this because as a child I was stuffing my face with whatever sweet treat I could get my hands on, and it looks like I'm not the only person because I posted an article about sugar a little while ago and these are the comments that I received. So there are three important reasons why we basically want to inject sugar into our bloodstream. And those are related to sleep deprivation, stress, and the ADHD brain. As ADHDers, we experience more stress and we have more stressors in our lives than neurotypicals. And on top of that, we generally experience more negative emotions as well. And that is because we get triggered much more easily, but also we actually get pulled into the vortex of that fucking emotion. And of course, negative emotions actually cause stress as well. When we are stressed, our body produces cortisol. And cortisol is our stress hormone. And this is what that little fucker does. It ramps up our appetite. And it also makes us crave foods that are high in fats and sugar. And that is because sugary and fatty foods actually relieve stress and make us feel good. Moving on to the second reason, which is sleep deprivation. So an estimated 25 to 50% of the ADHD population has sleep problems. And to be honest, I think that's a fairly conservative number as well. And when I say sleep problems, I mean that we usually have difficulties falling asleep, but that we also very often just can't sleep for long enough. So instead of thinking about, being an early bird or a night owl or something like that, honestly, I think we are very often just a permanently exhausted pigeon. The thing about sleep deprivation is that it is essentially a stressful event, and we have already learned what stress does to us. But on top of that, it activates the endocannabinoid system inside our brain, which is the same system that gets triggered when we have cannabis. So essentially, we get the munchies, meaning that we start craving highly palatable, rewarding snacks like candy, cookies, and chips. Now, the third reason why we love sugar so much is the ADHD brain. There are a few things going on there, and they have something to do with dopamine, serotonin, and glucose. As we all know by now, our dopamine levels inside our brain are out of whack, and dopamine is actually what makes an activity feel rewarding. And then there's serotonin. So generally, we seem to be lower in serotonin, and serotonin is our mood stabilizer neurotransmitter, meaning that it has an impact on our mood, and it also promotes sleep. If our serotonin levels are down, we tend to experience things like depression, anxiety, and mood swings. And then there's the fact that our brain tends to use less of the glucose available in our blood, meaning that there is actually less energy available for our attention center, which could explain why we crave sugars and other carbs, because that is basically where we get our glucose from. So in short, sugar triggers a release of dopamine, which makes us feel satisfied. It increases the serotonin levels inside our brain, which reduces our anxiety. It basically helps us calm our tits. And it also gives us a hit of glucose-based energy, which helps us to focus. Let me know in the comments which one of these you didn't know about, and subscribe for more ADHD health content.